You looking for a guild on New World? Join the Redcoats, Discord in description. Hey, what up guys? It's your boy DethGalaxy, and today we're taking a look at Amazon's new MMORPG, New World. So basically what we're going to do today is run through the dungeon. We'll show you a full gameplay. This is called the Armrine Dungeon. I am level 20. It is recommended to be about level 25 when you come here, but this was during the beta, so if you find a good group of people to go, you can get some good loot. So this is where you're going to get some of those blue items, as you can see here. And I just basically wanted to showcase a full dungeon gameplay and just getting it done. So if you wanted to check that out, you never had a chance to see it yet in the beta, here's your chance. So I hope you do enjoy the video. I will be making more New World content in the future. So make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, so once you get past the first few guys, you can take a right, but it's actually a shortcut to walk on this plank here and jump down. It'll save you a bit of time, so keep note of that. You're basically always going to have your DPS up with the majority of the enemies bunched up while you have your healer making those heal circles, constantly healing you. And that's going to be the best way to do it, sticking as a group. If everyone splits up and a couple people start going down, it's going to cause big problems. So you want to stay grouped up together, have your DPS and your tank pushing forward, and have your healer on the ball with the heals.
The right side.
Then you're going to come across these little spawns here. You're going to want to prioritize them as they keep spawning enemies. I did a few dungeons with some people who would just be chasing the enemies, and this spawn would just keep bringing more. So when you get your group together, you guys want to focus on taking out those spawns as soon as you see them. And you'll notice in this dungeon, there's a lot of different sequences. Like you'll get to a spot and there'll be a bunch of enemies you have to kill before you can go to the next step, which will be like opening the door with your Aesop staff. So there's a few sequences like this you'll notice throughout the dungeon where you'll clear out all the enemies before we'll let you proceed to the next door. Another little tip is you always want to make sure you're repairing your weapons and your armor. Going through this raid, especially if you're dying, your stuff's going to keep decaying and getting weaker, so you want to make sure the main stuff you're using, you're always repairing it up to date. As you can see here, I was basically having to use random different weapons just to get through, but that's a good thing to carry a few extra in case you run into that issue. Also, throughout the dungeon in certain rooms, there's going to be some chests in certain places. Some of them are kind of hidden, some are more out in the open. This is going to be the first hidden one. It's in the bottom of the waterfall, so you just want to get your group, jump down there, loot the chest, and then carry back on with the dungeon. This little platform here you see on my left currently, we don't need that right now, but after we beat the next room, we have to come back, and there's 3 of those placed around in here. We have to have 1 person on each to open the bridge to get to the next one. And also, I can't stress enough, having a good healer is crucial. As you can see many times, I've got very low health there, but the healer was on the ball with the circles, keeping my heals coming up, so I was able to keep the DPS going. Sometimes you might run into an issue where your healer doesn't have the best healing abilities and you're always dying. And I recommend either get a second healer or find a new healer, but everyone has to work together to make it work. So in this room here, we got another one of those spawns. You want to target that right away. This rock on the left is one of those signs where you got to use your Azoth staff to open up the next area. So as soon as you get this down, you want to focus that stone and proceed to the next room. So once you get in this room here, there's going to be a few ghosts. You're going to want to target them first. And you'll notice in the middle, that's going to be the area where you got to use your Azov staff in order to open the door. But you have to kill all the enemies first. And there's going to be a few spawns in the corner, and there's also a chest in here. So we'll show you that in a moment. Alright, so once you clear out the first wave of enemies there, you come up here. I'll show you where the chest is. So we can't loot it yet because we haven't opened the middle. So I'll show you the middle here. You need someone with an Azov staff to go interact with that little orb in the middle, which will spawn a few more enemies. And then after you kill them, the door will open and you can loot the chest. So as you can see here, one member from our team ran back and he's going to use his staff on the middle there. And then some enemies are going to spawn and we can come back and get the chest. So as you can see, I got caught in the middle of some AoE there and I got down. So you do get one chance to be revived wherever you do die. But if you do die fully, it will make you start at the beginning of the dungeon and you just have to run all the way back. So it's pretty good to get the revive. It'll save you a lot of time when your members go down because the run takes a while. But you get one chance at a revive, so it's good to spread out. I recommend to get those revives. If you got the enemies on you, run to another area and have your teammate run back and be able to revive the down guys, and it's going to save you time and overall efficiency of the dungeon. As you can see here, some of the enemies have pretty annoying attacks, like this one little guy there. He's throwing these little fireballs right at the last second before the revive would work. So that's a little issue too. You just want to make sure you're spread out, as I said before, because some of the attacks on the enemies will not let you get that revive off. So as you see here, my timer ran out, so what it does is it spawns you back at the beginning of the dungeon. I basically have to just run my way through to get back to where we were, so I'll show you that right here. But yeah, you want to avoid this as much as possible, especially when you get to the very last boss. There's no option to run back because the door is shut. So once you die and you lose your revive, you got nothing else. So you don't want to get used to just, oh, I can just run back after I die, because it's annoying and it doesn't work at the end. But for now, it's all good.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
It was fun fighting the monsters by myself. Like, yeah, this sucks.
So as you can see, it does take a minute, but I did get back here. So as soon as you get back, you want to get everyone grouped up again. Don't fall into the habit of running, doing single attacks. You don't want to get downed again. So just try to stay in a group. That's the most efficient way. If everyone sticks together, you shouldn't have any downs. Now that this room's enemies have been cleared out, you can now come over here and open the chest, and the door is now open, which is going to take us to the next room. This is also an issue I've been running into a lot. I got to the point where I just had to start throwing stuff away because I never hit the bank prior to this. You don't really want to get to that point. Try after every run to bank all the extra stuff you don't need, because you'll end up being overweight and having to just throw stuff on the ground like I did here. Alright, so we've been in this room before. It has those little platforms where we got the chest from the waterfall. So there's 3 placed, 1 down by that waterfall, 1 over here to the right that I'm on now, and 1 up top as soon as you come out that door. So you're going to need 1 person to stand on each of these, and it's going to activate a bridge allowing you to cross, and another wave of enemies will approach. So as you can see here now, we got it activated. So the first thing I recommend to do is get all your members to run up to the top, and that will make the enemies aggro you on the top so you can fight them as a group, because you don't want to do that single combat and get downed, or you're going to cause issues for the whole team. So try to aggro the enemies, run up to the top, and get back to that group combat. Like I said before, when you do yourself or have a couple members go down, you want the other guys not to go for the instant revive, because they'll just get jumped by an enemy and they could end up going down as well. So you want to move around the field a bit, try to get the enemies aggroed in a different direction, and when you got a moment, then you go for the revive. Don't just go for it when everyone's still on you. So as you see here, they worked out. So now you can see we got the bridge activated, so I'm going to run ahead here and aggro these enemies onto the bridge so it'll be easier for the group to attack. So after you get past those enemies,
Only
we're
one
getting ready to
person
go
needs
into the next room. So as you can see here, when I'm opening this box here, it gives you a candle, and you need a candle in order to proceed after you beat the next room. So make sure a member of your team grabs the candle, if not, you won't be able to go. So after you clear out the first wave of guys, as you run up here, that spot in the middle is where we're going to be using the candle to spawn the next wave of enemies, but you want to kill the couple ghosts first. You do notice there is one chest right on the left there, but there is also a chest up in the left on the stairs, so we'll show you that in a moment, but you don't want to go for that chest until you finish killing all these guys. So as you can see, it wouldn't let me open that chest there because we didn't have the candle activated yet, but someone just did it there on my team now. He should have waited, as this is the chest you want to get first. This one's open after the first wave, but now that he hit the candle already, all the other monsters are going to be spawning, so you'll see it causes us a bit of trouble in here. So the proper way to do it is to not use the candle until you come get this chest, and then go down and use the candle, because as you can see, we got the new wave of enemies running up here, so it causes some trouble. And the issue we ran into here is I just looted that chest and I had a bunch of random stuff. I never had time to salvage it, so I just got to be throwing stuff away, which is a waste, right? So that could be avoided if you have your team wait to use the candle. Also, I've noticed like this purple boss here, he's actually a lot stronger than anything you fought previously in the dungeon, so it might be a little surprise or a little skill gap when you get to this point with your group and realize, okay, what's going on. It's just, this guy's a lot stronger, and just a little taste of what the final boss will be like. And as you can see here, that extra ghost attack ended up killing me. But the good thing about once you get to this point is you're going to spawn at that last door that we opened. So as you can see here, we're just going to cross the bridge again, run directly back in, and finish the fight. Another issue you might notice here, if you're a lower level like me, I was only level 20 when I came into this. A lot of the drops are meant for higher levels. So as you can see here, I'm trying to put on some new weapons, but they're locked at like level 22, 23, 24, 25. So be prepared for that. If you're coming in as a low level, make sure you take some low level items just in case you run into a problem like me where my weapons keep breaking and I don't have any more low level weapons to use. So that's kind of an issue as a low level. As you can see in my inventory here, weapons, I did get my first blue already, which is a great sign, so that's a lot better than the green, but you just want to make sure you get the specific ones for your build, whatever it may be, but it is nice to add them up, and if you need some extra money, you could sell them on the market early game and make some good coin.
Just a second, just salvaging and repairing real quick.
I'm good, thanks. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, so when you get everyone all ready, everything's all repaired, you group up, you come out here, get this chest now that it's all open, and then we're going to proceed into the next door. There's going to be a wave of enemies, we're going to take them out and keep pushing forward. So this is the final room before the last boss. You're going to have these two ghosts here, so just get everyone grouped together, take them out, make sure you're prepared. Go to the next door, it's going to be the boss fight. Alright, so now this is the door to the final boss. Now, as I said before, if you die to this boss, you got your 1 revive, but if you die again, you get put outside that door and you cannot re-enter. So you want to focus on not dying.
Kill these guys first. Don't start.
So after running it a few times successfully, I found one of the best strategies to be is to have your tank constantly try to keep the aggro of the main boss running around the map, and we'll have your DPS chasing the boss and just keep hitting him in the back. Have your healers spread out, constantly healing. You don't want to kill the ads too much because they're just going to keep spawning. So you want to focus all your damage on the boss, especially his back. It takes more damage. So as you can see here, I'm going to be doing the DPS roll. I'm going to be staying on the boss the entire time, trying to constantly be hitting him in the back while everyone else is spread out. As I said before, if you run into any issues where you do get a teammate going down, this boss can one-hit you, so it does happen a lot. If everybody dies, it does reset, so you can just start back at the door with everybody. But if one member goes down, say here, and you don't get the revive, he won't be able to join back in until the sequence is over. So you want to focus on those revives, but the main problem is don't rush the revive. Try to spread out all the enemies. As you can see, our tank just went down there, and I just got caught off guard there with a bad hit. So what our team now has to do is move out, spread out all the enemies, and focus those revives. That was great. As you can see, they got me back already. I'm going back to my role as DPS as soon as I heal here, but I just constantly want to be hitting him in the back while he's aggroed everyone else, chasing him around. Or we also got to pick up blues if we see it. Always make sure you grab them. A great tactic that worked really well for me with this boss as well is the ability to dodge. So if you see him make an attack, you can pretty much time it and dodge perfectly so you don't get hit, and you always want to get behind him so you get him in the back, as you see me doing here. So as you can see up in the top left corner here, you can see all the health bars of your teammates. You can tell when someone goes down. So for this moment here, we just had a guy go down, but we're not going to focus on the revive right away. What we're going to want to do is keep going around with the aggro and keep hitting him in the back, and when we get a clear chance, then we'll go for the revive. As you can see here, this boss has a lot of health, so it does take a minute to take him down. But also keep a note, I'm only level 20 in this video, so that's a minimum requirement. Basically, you do want to be a higher level to come in with better weapons and stuff, obviously, but it can be done with a bare minimum. So as you can see here, everyone is still sticking to the plan though. Whoever the boss is aggroed on, he's running around, allowing the DPS to come, put those hits in the back, and our healers doing good with the heals, keeping us alive. So you just want to have whoever's aggroed keep running away and have the other guys attacking him in the back as it takes more damage. And as you can see, while we were all over here, one of our teammates got the revive, so we're now back to full force with 5 members, which is great. And there's nothing worse than when you get the boss to very low health, and then you have a couple people go down, you have to restart the whole thing. So whenever someone goes down, do it strategically. Don't just run for that revive. Take your time, and everything will work out better. Got him basically less than quarter health right now, so it's looking pretty good. Like, we want to complete this as long as everyone just sticks to the plan. Like I said, this boss can one-hit you, so if you slip up once, it could ruin the whole thing. So everyone just has to stick to their roles and keep consistent. Alright, and there you have it. Dungeon complete. So these dungeons are really fun. When I found out about them, I ended up spending the rest of the beta just running the dungeons the whole time. It was a blast. So as you can see in front here now, this little chest-looking thing in front of us, that has an item you need for a quest. You can only get it the first time.
Does anyone know where the heart gem is in this thing?
So as my partner was asking there, you want to get your heart gem. It's going to be in this case. If you've never done it before, you can grab it in there.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a big loot chest near a portal where you want to leave. So right up here, this is going to be your exit, but first you want to make sure you hit this big loot chest, hopefully get another blue for yourself, and then you just interact with the little portal teleport there, and it will take you outside of the dungeon. So yeah, that's basically it. I've been really enjoying New World. I just played the latest beta for the 3 days, and it was a blast. I'm excited for the game to launch on the 28th, and I just wanted to showcase this dungeon gameplay for anyone who may not have got to that part in the beta or got to try the mode, or you just want to see how the game runs. So yeah, if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you around with more content. I plan to be doing more videos on New World and other various games. So I appreciate all the support on the channel. Have a great day, guys. Take care. One last thing before I end the video here, I do want to let you know I am part of a guild for New World called the Redcoats. If you do want to join us, I'll leave a link for the Discord in the description. We are filling up fast though. So